Continuing our Club in Focus segment, and this time we're out on the north side, the home of the Ants, out here at the lovely Bald Hills, Ridge Hills Football Club as it's known these days, with the President Jason Hale. And Jason, I know you've been to a number of clubs on the north side. What's eventually brought you to here to Ridge Hills and part of the committee and president now of the club?
Well, back in 2018, Troy Ewell was getting the team to play Cat 3, and I saw an advert on Facebook advertising for a coaching position, and I called Troy and come down here on junior presentation night. We had a chat, and I became the reserve grade coach and Troy's top 10 coach for 2018-2019 season. And then in 2020 we decided to have a year off, and we just played City League 5. And then 2020 I was actually the vice president, and now I've been president now for the past 17 months, and I've watched the club grow back into the capital leagues with a submission, and our numbers have grown when I took over, about 105 to now 295, about a 325% increase in junior ladies football. So it's been really good. It's been a challenging 17 months with what's happened, but when you look back, you don't regret it, because the club's growing, and the committee that I had last year was very good. But the committee this year, there was only 3 of us that basically ran the club. Myself, Trent Bailey, the vice president and treasurer. We hold numerous roles, and we got through it in the end, and the club's in a very good financial and situation with juniors and seniors and over 35s and ladies. So we're doing very well.
We'll talk a bit more about how you've done that later on, but as I said, you've been to a number of clubs around the north side. What makes Ridge Hills a bit unique and a bit different? What is it about Ridge Hills that sort of sets it out from the rest of the clubs?
It's a very family-orientated club. Not many people know that we're hidden behind the highway, and when you say, "Where's Ridge Hills?" you tell them, they went, "I never knew there was a club there." So if you didn't know the club was here, you'd be very surprised with the facilities that are down here. Everyone's happy. We're a community club. We did have a Div 1 team this year under 16s, which I believe is the first time we've had a Div 1 team in a long time. So that's a good stepping stone for them to play seniors next year. So it's a very down here everyone calls it the Hills. So it's a very good family-orientated club from rural right through to seniors.
Yeah, you are right. It's a bit of a hidden gem here, the highway just over there, tucked away in this little corner. So you have talked about the club's growth over recent years, particularly, I guess, in female football. What's been the change in the club that has forced, a bit of a renaissance and a bit of a growth spurt here?
We have a lady named Katie Clark that does a Facebook page. She advertises it fantastically, pumps it out on Facebook, and it's just been a real good advertising drive in the last 17 months. And we did come up with a decision to make the club affordable to play at, being where we are, with Brighton just down the road, North Star down the road, and Rekla PCYC growing, which isn't far away. And we took the punt, and it worked. It's paid off. So we've very happy with the result for Ridge Hills, definitely.
And some of the other things that's been going on around the club, I know you've got some new lights here, as well as renovation there of the backfield on field 2.
Yes.
What other exciting things can we expect of Ridge Hills in the coming years?
Trying to grow again, but definitely the council have been wonderful this year to us. They've come on board and they've redone field 2. We got a grant from Luke Howarth for LED lights, which has just been wonderful for the club. We're actually in the process of going for some more grants at the moment to actually get a bigger and better equipment shed. We just recently got rid of the old container that we're using, so that's gone. And so if we get our things in place, this club can go forward and leaps and bounds. It once used to be a very, very well-known club way back for my time, with I think over 400 or 500 juniors. Like most clubs, they have the good time, bad times. But now this club will be on the rise, and we're looking forward to challenges ahead to make this club really successful.
I remember refereeing a grand final here back in 1993, in fact, when those were still the sheds over there. And I guess the other thing is, we talked about a hidden gem before, But that clubhouse space that you've got in there, that's another surprise, I think, when people come in here. They don't expect to see such a good facility actually in the clubhouse with the bar and sort of open facility, function facilities you could potentially have there as well.
Yeah, well, the club was built 10 years ago by apprentices under the government scheme. And people don't realise when you actually come into the clubhouse, it is very spacious, very big, with a full bar and canteen and 2 change rooms. But we have got plans for the old clubhouse to be turned into change rooms as well. So we have 4 change rooms. That's on the plans to get done. So yeah, it's very vital that we get 4 change rooms in place for all our teams to use.
Sounds like exciting times indeed. Sounds like the club's on a bit of a renaissance, a bit of a growth period at the moment, so that's fantastic for the club. So congratulations on what you've achieved in terms of growth numbers over the last couple of years or so, and we wish you all the best for the future.
Thank you very much, Ralph. I appreciate it.